Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, Red Palma. 7 points in the game.
To Del Puentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the stop and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-pointer.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Natalviano has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Two powerhouse teams from the South take each other on dito sa Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. This is the main game of our Monday triple header. Battle between two South Division contenders, Zamboanga, Sikat Families Brand Sardines, and the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Abdul Sawat, one of the more promising and much improved players in the league this season. He takes on Eric Camson, the wily veteran na nangunguna dito para sa Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Sila po ang ating main game ngayong gabi. 14-4 ang Zamboanga, 11-7. 10-7 itong Rizal. Magandang gabi po mga kaliga sa Dove Tupas. Sama si Coach Mike Perez, Mika Abisamis will be joining us later on. And Coach Mike, a very important game for both teams. Zamboanga, naunahan na sila ng Quezon right at the top of the South Division.
Yeah, pretty much ang pagkakataon na to is to create a little bit separation itong Zamboanga against the Rizal. Samantalang Rizal wanna get closer to the top 4 spot.
Once upon a time, itong Rizal was one of the top teams in the South. Ngayon, medyo bumaba ang kanilang record. Now, we'd like to welcome everyone on our Facebook page and of course our YouTube channel, and we are live on Solar Sports. Silipin muna natin ang ating team standing, something that we've been talking about prior. It's 14-4 itong Zamboanga. Nandun nga sila, pangalawang pwesto sila sa ating South Division. Ang Rizal naman, 10-7. They opened the tournament with a 5-0 record and they have lost 7 of their last 12 games.
Oo, and sa pagkakataong ito, they are just one game behind with 3, 4, and 5, namely Jensan, Batangas, and Mindoro, at itong even Muntinlupa. They're tied at 10-7. Pagkakataong umangat ng konti, pumunta doon sa top 4.
Well, they will have a chance at least to forge a tie for number 3 with Batangas and Jensan. So, importante itong game na to for Rizal just because ganun kahigpit ang ating South Division standings. No? Pag-usapan natin muna isa sa mga promising stars ng ating liga, Abdul Sawat. He's been a force para dito sa Zamboanga Sikat. He's carried the fort for them in some of the games here, and including the last game against Pasay. 15 points for Abdul. Hindi lang sila nakakuha ng panalo doon.
6 of 11 shooting. He was very good actually when it comes to the perimeter and the 3-point shooting of 27 minutes of action in that game. And pretty much napakalaking bagay pa rin ito si Abdul Sawat para sa kanyang Zamboanga team.
He struggled with injuries a bit. 10.7 points ang kanyang average this season. Para naman sa Rizal, it's Eric Camson. And we've been talking about Eric Camson because yung simula nilang 5-0 kanilang record, we thought that nag-dip yung laro niya after that 5-0 start. But it's the numbers don't see it that way, Coach Mike.
Yeah, I agree. Because in the first 12 games, he's actually averaging roughly about 12 points per game. But in the last 5, it's close to 20 points per game, and really a lot dependency when it comes to scoring para dito kay Eric Camson.
17 points in the last game, 8 of 13, very efficient. Itong veterano si Eric Camson. But Rizal, they're struggling to get victories and stringing up wins all together para sa kanilang kampanya dito sa MPBL Season 7. Our player matchup for tonight, two of the most explosive guards in the league, Alwin Alday and Reg Gabat for Zamboanga. Alwin, of course, maganda ang kanyang simula sa season but also struggled of late. He had a finger injury as well as a hamstring problem. So sunod-sunod ang problema ni Alwin sa kanyang katawan. Pero si Reg Gabat, ang kanyang production dito this season, bumulusok talaga.
Oo, napakaganda na naging contribution nito ni Renz Gabat. And when you talk about Rizal, you cannot help but talk about the shooting efficiency of Alwin Alday. The dip really is because of his three-point shot making. That number has really gone down. And so, the hope is makabalik na muli sa klase ng three-point shooter ito si Alwin Alday.
Oo, and for more on Reg and Alwin, let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Two of the most reliable scorers of the league, Reg Gabat and of course, Alwin Alday. Magandang gabi, mga Ginoo. Reg, recently, nabibigyan ka talaga ng napakadaming atensyon dito sa Team Zamboanga. Lahat ng efforts mo, napapansin nila. Ano masasabi mo sa lahat ng atensyon na yun?
So, unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako, Lord, sa opportunity na binibigyan niya sa akin. Grabe yung blessings na binibigyan niya sa akin. So, ako sa Zamboanga, sinusuklian ko lang yung tiwala ng mga coaches, ng mga teammates ko. So, yun.
Ano gusto mo sabihin sa lahat ng fans ng Zamboanga ngayong gabi?
Patuloy niyo lang kami suportahan sa Zamboanga. Di namin kayo bibigoyin.
Alright, maraming salamat once again, Reg Gabat. Alwin, medyo masakit yung nangyari against Davao. Pero ngayong gabi, anong gusto mo sabihin sa teammates mo?
Siyempre, mas kailangan pa namin mag-triple effort kung kaya, 110%. Galing kami sa talo, kailangan namin manalo kasi mabigat yung July. So, one game at a time kami and sana, hopefully, makuha namin yung panalo ngayon.
Pag-usapan mo yung effort, lahat ng fans dito sa loob ng court ngayong gabi, nag-effort sila para makita kayo. Ano gusto mo sabihin sa kanila?
Siyempre, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng mga pumunta ngayon, ng mga fan ng Rizal. Sana huwag kayong magsawang sumuporta sa amin. Gagawin namin lagi para manalo kami.
Alright, maraming salamat, Alwin Alday. Now it's gonna be Zamboanga versus Rizal. Richard Tampos, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the main game of the evening. Zamboanga Sikat visits your Rizal Central Mall at the Inares Center, Montalban, Rizal. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7 live on Solar Sports. Introducing first the starting unit for Zamboanga Sikat Family Sardines. Playing center number 1, James Una. Point guard number 0, Mike Are. Shooting guard number 9, Alvin Capobres. Power forward number 22, Arthur Calisay. The other forward number 21, Carl Brian Cruz. The head coach is Bong Ramos. Assistant coaches, Aileen De Borneo, Ian Valdez, Louis Bautista, Melo Banwa, Jeff Codera, Jose Pimentel, and Marvin Carrion. Team consultant, Egay Magaraya. The team managers, Ram Iraham and Alvin Muñoz. The team governor, Omar Chua. Team owners, TP Kao and Honorable Congresswoman Kat Chua. And now, for your Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Point guard number 18, Keanu Caballero. Two guard number 17, Alwin Alday. Playing center number 13, Eric Camson. Small forward number 6, Neil Geyser Tolentino. And at power forward number 3, the Iron Claw, Mike Cañete. The head coach, Ralph Emerson Rivera. Assistant coaches, Don Villamin, Christian Coronel, and Mario Gotera. Team manager, Joel Conde. The team governor, Sandre Cruz. Team owners,
Our starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Zamboanga has Mike Are, Alvin Capobres, James Una, John Arthur Calisay, and Carl Brian Cruz. Rizal naman will start with Keanu Caballero, Alwin Alday, Eric Camson, Mike Cañete, and Neil Tolentino. And our officials for today's game, Manuel Binondo, Karina Martin, Ariel Arce, and the substitute referee is Jackson Mabandos.
Well, 18th straight start para dito kay Alwin Alday. He started all the games of Rizal. Samantalas Keanu is the second one with roughly about 17 of the 17 games that he's played so far.
The ball is up and we are underway. It's Alvin Capobres He gets the jump ball. Bagsak si Alvin. Lot of contact, no call.
Yeah, they were actually pressuring him that side of the floor.
Ang noticeable dito kagad, Coach Mike, after the window, ang Zamboanga, parang lumaki pa lalo yung kanilang lineup.
Yeah, pretty much, especially with CBC being added to that roster of bigs and gives him a lot of mobility. And once si CBC calibrate na, alam mo kung ano maibibigay niyan. Spread the floor and a lot of experience.
Tsaka lumalim din sila, no? With Capobres and the Carl Brian Cruz added. They also got Jason Strait from Quezon City in place of Edsel Rojas.
Yeah.
So, lumalim sila. There's no Roy Sumang tonight. Still struggling with an injury. Abdul Sawat, Ichi Altamirano, Reg Gabat, Med Salim, Paul Turco, JP Kawilan. This is pretty much 12-13 deep kung titingnan mo.
Yeah, agree. And you like the dynamics of Zamboanga as well. I love that they brought in Jason Strait. That pretty much to me is really more of defensive purposes, because you are, especially when you get into the playoffs, you are going to go up against really good scorers, and you're going to need a lengthy, active, mobile defender. That happens to be Jason Strait.
Coach Ralph Emerson Rivera on that Rizal bench. No, he was capable of during his playing days, pero ngayon naka-jacket kasi ang lamig dito sa Inares Center.
Ako naka-jacket na rin kasi nilalamig na ako eh. Pero one thing though about Rizal that's really shored up is they're number 3 when it comes to points per game, roughly about 85. And a lot of that's coming from second chance points. The rebounds has been one of the key factors of their game that has really helped them shore up those points.
Tolentino.
1-on-1.
Nice spin galing kay Neil. Unable to score. Agawan sa bola. Una and Tolentino right in the mix. And then, jump ball. Bola mananatili dito sa Rizal Central Mall.
And that is definitely one thing, 100% sure you're gonna get from Neil Tolentino every game that he plays, regardless which team he plays for. He's just that energizer defensively.
Cañete trying to look for contact, unable to score from close range.
Yeah, good coverage.
It's 4-3. Are will drive, drop off. CBC, Mintis.
They run it off.
Keanu Caballero against Mike Are. Keanu goes to Altay, a 3 on the way. Masyado malakas para kay Alwin.
But he's been constantly getting those open looks. But they're not just falling for Alwin Alday. And I'm sure they will continue to find him until he finally gets that rhythm.
Kalisay shoots. Got it. 2 triples so far para dito sa Zamboanga Sikat Family's Brand Sardines.
Well, that team is second in three-point makes with roughly about 10.2 per game. And they're very efficient also. They're number 1, matter of fact, committing only 12 turnovers per game. And so you couple that with really good three-point shooting, you know, this is a tough team to go up against itong Zamboanga.
Well, akala natin itong Zamboanga, they were getting a lighter schedule, but then we saw performances, really good performances as we check out the three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Nung nakita natin na, you know, nung tinapatan nila yung Nueva Ecija, maganda yung panalo nila doon, tinalo nila yung Pampanga. That's when you really realize that, this team is for real.
That's right. And we were saying earlier, bakang benefit of the schedule, no? Pero nung nakita mong lumalalim na yung mga teams na nakakalaban nila, especially again that Nueva Ecija game, that speaks a lot of, you know, how they performed.
Thompson split at the line. 6-5 is the count.
Alex Camson, your number 1 in points and rebounds para dito sa Rizal. That pretty much has been the clear dependency of Rizal, speaking of Eric Camson.
Capobres, Alday in front of him. Alvin goes to Sena. There's a whistle going against Cañete.
Kita mo yung size difference ni ano, no? Ni Sena tsaka ni Cañete.
Even CBC, an advantage din siya kay
Yeah.
a little bit height advantage para kay CBC on Camson. Now they switch. Camson will be on Sena.
That's right.
Lumaki talaga itong Zamboanga.
Agree.
Cruz will miss the three. Nice pass galing kay Sena. Two veterans linking up for the 2 points.
And there you go. And just a good big-to-big action right there involving CBC. That is actually his first 2 points as a player of Zamboanga. He was 0 out of 5 in the last game. Really a struggle to start for CBC. But now, hopefully, things get into the groove of how he scores.
Ang problema kay CBC, he was not playing for a couple of months after that stint with Parañaque.
Medyo matagal rin yun no?
Yeah. Hirap yun. Kailangan mahanap po yung timing. And then everyone is pretty much in really good shape already kasi nakakalahati na tayo sa season
Oo. Kaya kumbaga catch-up mode talaga si Carl. Oh, wow.
And talk about catch and shoot. Arthur Calisay buries the three. That is the third for Zamboanga in the first period.
And Calisay really getting the benefit of that good pass by Sena, just lets it go.
Good pick as well from Sena. It's 11-5, timeout on Rizal. 5:49 remaining in the first. Zamboanga fell short against the Pasay Voyagers at the Pasay Astrodome just last week. Natalo sila dito, 75-63. Coach Bong Ramos, only their 4th loss of the season.
Yeah, that was a tough shooting game for Zamboanga. Yung zona ng Pasay talagang pinahirapan sila. They were a -6 when it comes to 3-point makes. Normally, you'd like to think that they'd be the better 3-point shooting team. And also the struggles from the line. The 10 missed free throws really told them that result, despite them having 10 more attempts from there. Really could not convert those free throws.
Sena down low to Calisay.
Good pick.
Touch pass. De Leon able to get the block. Nagawan sa bola. Sena last touch. Bola ng Rizal.
Pero Alvin Capobres, pretty much plug and play, no? Pagdating dito sa Zamboanga, he understands the schemes already. And he pretty much has really good experience.
Nag-abot yata yan ni Coach Egay sa Baste.
Okay. Kaya may familiarity, no?
The pass too low for Camson. Turnover, Rizal.
Yeah, that short curl didn't have enough space for that drop down by Eric Camson.
Philip Manalang will check in. Are with a layup. Nawala si Caballero doon sa depensa.
No, iwan na iwan. Actually, hindi nga tumama yung screen. Really just the handles and the foot speed. Caballero got left.
4.5 minutes remaining. Alday, corner 3. Still no go.
He's all out of 2 right now. From 3.
13-5 is the count. Sena can't get that one in. Wide open. Caballero finds Cañete. Little hang time. Oh, no good.
He babied it. Ganda ng pasa.
Capobres. Cruz inside the Sena. Kalisay saves it. It's last touch Rizal.
A lot of activity that side of the floor.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
When two bigs play off of each other, coaches call that a jumbo action. And that time around, it was a little jumbo action between those two bigs. Good connection on that dive by CBC. Chino in the floor right now.
No, Manalang and Naive are also in the game for Rizal. Abdul, shot clock violation.
Yan ang mahirap pag pinigilan mo yung backdoor cut mo eh. Buti na lang hindi nag-turnover yung pasa kundi yung sa shot clock sila na tamaan.
Grabe yung athleticism agad, no? Pagpasok ni Reg Gabat. Tsaka ni Abdul, tsaka ni Chino Mosqueda.
Imagine mo kung nandyan pa si Roy Sumang, grabe.
Well, Roy Sumang, he is their closer.
Yes.
Lalo na pag tight game, kailangan mo dyan si Roy Sumang.
Alright, agree.
Kamson, the pass to Cañete.
Convergence creates confusion. That time around, yung bigs naman sa side ng Rizal. It's Eric Kamson connecting with Mike Cañete on that little dive underneath.
Rizal only their second field goal here in the first quarter. Abdul trying to find CBC. I thought he had a layup there.
Yeah. Yun naman bigat kay Sawat eh. This was that conversion right there. The middle lane opened up for Mike to try.
Naive was sneaking dun sa kaliwa sa dunker spot. Player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
One might say hindi pa nga ganun kaluwag yung spacing pero they were able to make something out of it.
Abdul finds Kawilan. He'll fire. That won't work.
That was a push.
Gabat puts it in.
Tibay rin ang katawan ni Reg Gabat eh, no?
Oo.
Athletic.
It's pretty much the second unit for Zamboanga with Kawilan and Sena dun sa front court. Eric Hamson can't knock in the three. Rebound ni Gabat, Sawat now. Abdul steps into this triple. That won't work and rebound. That will go out of bounds. Bola babalik sa Rizal.
The previous game, Abdul Sawat only attempted a couple of three-point attempts, which he split it. He's 1 out of 2. That time he missed. I think that was his first attempt from 3. And Eric Kamson gets a rest.
Philip Manalang picked up in a trade with Jerry Pingoy from the Cowboys, Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. And this is one guy that needs to get going, Marco Balagtas.
Exactly. Marco Balagtas, you do understand, he's pretty much a spread guy that can help, pick and pop, slip screens, scores outside, and you'd like for him to score more for Rizal.
Abdul turns around, that won't work. Samboy. Serrano now, they go to Philip Manalang. Second time that Philip Manalang has gone up against Zamboanga this season.
Oh, yeah.
Naive, a three, got it.
And Naive has been so good so far.
15-13. Back-to-back hits from beyond the arc for the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers.
Ang ganda rin kasi ng pagkaka-set up dun, yung pasa na yon, that ball move from top all the way to that corner 3 by Naive. Previous game, he scored 4 triples. Right now, another one right there from the top.
And Balagtas knocks down the 3. 15-13. Zamboanga still in the lead. Rizal nagahabol. Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers falling short against the Davao Occidental Tigers in OT. And, what was the difference in this game, Coach Mike?
Well, pretty much similar to how Zamboanga lost. They didn't shoot that real good from three, and there were some free throws that they could have made and turned that game around. Samboy right now on that drive.
Showing a lot of athleticism there. Samboy De Leon, Med Salim, kakapasok lang. And Samboy De Leon pouncing immediately.
56% of free throw shooter right there with 10.2 points and 4.5 rebounds per game.
And Samboy De Leon coming in this season to Rizal to really strengthen their rotation.
Eric Pili in street clothes, he's not playing.
Oo.
Well, that's one other guy that can create for Rizal. And I don't think that guy has peaked yet for Rizal.
Wala pa.
You know? So, you know, a lot of upside with Eric here for Rizal.
Well, it took a while for him to get going as well. And then when, you know, he was struggling, the team was winning actually.
Yes.
So, you know, and then pumasok sa rotation si Samboy De Leon. So parang na-displace na naman siya konti. And then I think might be an injury or something kaya hindi siya na-activate sa larong to.
You know, hopefully it's nothing serious and that he can come back quick.
But certainly you know, someone who can make an impact para sa Rizal.
Oh, definitely. Without a doubt.
Reg Gabat quickly to Abdul. Abdul, sinabayan ni Samboy, a foul on Samboy De Leon.
That's what you love about Zamboanga. A lot of activities. Perimeter-wise, be it on the offense or the defensive end, they just keep on running at you. Which is no surprise that, you know, they're one of the more efficient teams here in this season. They're going to challenge that call here.
Oo. Coach Ralph will challenge that foul on Samboy De Leon, and we will be right back.
The challenge made by Rizal was successful. No foul on Samboy De Leon.
So no foul on Samboy. It will stay with Zamboanga.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Not much.
Gabat to Sawat. 11-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Abdul takes it in. Strong move galing kay Abdul Sawat.
How about that strong finish by Abdul Sawat? Oh, Philip Manalang.
Another crafty move galing kay Philip Manalang. First basket of the game. He did not see a lot of action in the last game. Mosquera banks it in with Manalang all over him. Balagtas short on the three. An action-packed first period comes to a close dito sa Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. It was a struggle for Rizal in the first few minutes, but then they found their groove. Zamboanga naman, they've been locked in right from the get-go.
Well, a lot of really good looks, good passing, big man action between both, you know, the bigs para dito sa Rizal and Zamboanga respectively, kicking out and finding out shooters. There were, what, a couple of three-point makes para dito sa Rizal and 3 for Zamboanga. And so right now, Zamboanga still up by 2, 19-17.
back at the Inares Center in Montalban. Besides Alwin and Eric Camson, Coach Ralph basically wants the rest of his players to embrace their roles. He hasn't seen their full potential to this day, unfortunately. Some guys he mentioned were Cañete, although not playing today. Pili, no injury, just needed to activate Naive, who is a homegrown, and would like to see what Philip Manalang has to offer. This Zamboanga game is very important to me, he said, as surely they will be part of the Big Five in the South moving forward. My players need to work harder. He said in their first 5 games, iba-iba ang best players nila, no, nung 5-0 sila. Hence, much better teamwork. And speaking of team, he was coached by Coach Bong Ramos sa MBA with the Batangas team before. He knows what he is up against. Sidel, Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Wow, nice trivia there on Coach Ralph being handled by Coach Bong with Batangas. Batangas Blades.
Oh, right.
Before. Naive for 3. That won't drop. Rebound, Samboy. Back out to Philip. Balagtas to the corner. Naive,
Nice
shot
fake.
fake. 3. Still no good. Turcot and Serrano fighting hard.
Right now, a little bit of sense of urgency pagdating sa rebounds para dito sa Rizal, because in that first quarter, they got out-rebounded by 4, 12 versus 8.
Well, as Coach Ralph pointed out, no, kay Mika, hindi pa nila naabot ang full potential nila. Although
Agree.
they won their first 5 games, and that's why even with those first 5 wins, there was a lot of excitement because you feel like they could do more still.
Yeah, I agree.
Count the basket para kay Philip Manalang. This guy, though, is a great addition to this team, Philip Manalang.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. See this little move right here, drawing up that defense, trying to beat that defender right in front.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet using that crossover and then the spin. Lakas ng katawan ni Philip Manalang. Dinaan niya dun sa...
Alam mo, when I heard of that, you know, yung switch of players between Coco and Philip Manalang, I felt that was a win-win for both teams, ano? Itong si Philip Manalang could speed up things para dito sa Rizal on the guard situation. Samantalang, you know, alam mo namang steady defender and may experience si Coco to fit Ilagan.
Yeah, and then when Ilagan picked up AJ Miranda, they pretty much had the same the same mold, but they needed a bit more scoring. So naging pwede ngayon switch itong si Pingoy tsaka si Manalang.
That's right. And to me, that made a lot of sense. Because, you know, kung anong kinakailangan dito, yun ang binibigay ni Philip. Sa kabila, ganun din eh. So, really, it's a win-win.
Although Pingoy has yet to be activated by the Cowboys. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. 21-20 is the count.
That would be very interesting pag na-activate na si Coco.
Manalang gets into the lane. An offensive foul on Naive.
As he was trying to create a little bit of space for Philip to drive that side of the floor.
Naging solid din ang second unit nitong Rizal, no?
Yes. And I think si Robbie Naive is just peaking at the right time. And it's very important, lalo na with the struggles of
big block. Galing kay Samboy De Leon.
Well timed.
He's been a force on both ends of the floor for Rizal. Balagtas gets it to Philip Manalang. A 3. It's short. Serrano back out to Balagtas. Naive pulls the trigger. Got it. Rizal in the lead, 23-21.
If there's one thing that has really improved for Robbie Naive, it's his three-point shooting. I mean, you clearly see it in the past games that he's played, and you'd love for him to continue that way, especially on that dip of the three-point shooting of Alwin Alday. Because by the time Alwin Alday comes back with those shots, boy, Rizal is going to be a tough one to contend with.
Back the other way, Rizal, De Leon, pinilit, naagaw. 3-on-2 break, Mosqueda, the wraparound. And well defended by Serrano.
Sayang yung pagkaka-finish na yun. That was a fast break. Good block right there by De Leon, triggering this skip pass over for Naive for that three. The release looked really good, and he looks very confident taking it.
He's got 6 points, Robbie Naive. Turco is replaced by Carl Brian Cruz. And James Una has also returned.
I like James Una. You know, what he brings to the table defensively, lalo na ang sipag rin itong batang to.
Now, that really strong performance against Nueva Ecija. Laban sila Will Macaloni tsaka Robbie Celis.
Yes, agree.
Manalang gets into the lane. The kick out, three-pointer. Serrano, that won't go. Balagtas kicks it out. Naive for three. He's feeling it here in the second quarter. Naive with 9 points on 3 made triples.
He is scorching from there. Every time, catch and shoot without thinking.
Another good play binigay ni Balagtas doon. CBC will miss. Rebound ni Serrano.
That's really one of the way that they play. You catch, you shoot, you catch, you move it. Don't hold it.
De Leon will try his luck. Yes, sir!
Pretty much Rizal basketball right now. And you'd like to think, ganun din kung paano maglaro itong Zamboanga. Just better conversions on the side of Rizal.
29-21, Rizal opening up an 8-point advantage. 4 minutes into the second period. Kalisay trying to answer. That's short. De Leon goes behind the back. Una hustling. And it will stay with Rizal.
It might have been a little bit too creative. Bring the ball down the floor. Itong si De Leon, good thing that ball will stay with them. How about this move right here? Good skip pass. And Samboy didn't even think about it. Just really had to release it.
Nothing but net para kay Samboy De Leon. Cano Caballero binalik na dito. Samboy lets it fly again. That won't work. Rebound, Cruz. Ichi, nabitawan ng bola. Caballero waits and waits. Uses the Cañete pick, and it is an illegal pick.
Yeah, clearly an offensive foul. But there really has to be good communication between the guy with the ball and the screener. There has to be a perfect time into it. Because if you move earlier as the screen comes, that might be the situation. Tatawagan ka ng offensive foul.
Balik na dito yung mga starters ng Golden Coolers.
Oh boy, quality minutes you got from Robbie Naive.
Yeah, 29-21. Walo yata ang lamang ng Zamboanga kanina. Ngayon, pagbalik ng mga starters, sila na ang lamang ng 8.
Thanks to Robbie Naive, who's gone 3 out of 5 from 3.
Are gets it to Capobres. 8 seconds to work with. Carl Brian Cruz sa ilalim. Shoots over Serrano. Too strong. Jeric secures the rebound. Another stop for Rizal. Zamboanga held to just 21 points in the first 15 minutes of this ballgame.
Stagger up top. Nothing there.
Camson with a runner. That won't go. Are with the rebound. Are to Capobres. Atake. Alvin puts it in.
See how they run that fast break, really trying to run wide and leaving that middle lane for CBC to operate on, but they finally find Alvin for that finish.
Samboy De Leon.
Spain action here.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball knocked away. It will stay with Rizal.
Yeah, I felt it took a bit of a while before Samboy actually decided on what to do with that rock. They were setting up a stack down the middle of the floor for a little Spain action. Couldn't come up with anything. Thankfully, that ball will remain with them.
4.9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Timeout ang Rizal. Lamang sila ng 6. 4:27 remaining in the second period. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim their special offer.
And Eric comes on now. He's back for Rizal. They have 4.9 left on the clock. Try and execute, make a basket here.
Nagay kay Alwin Alday. Alday looking for a way through the runner. Won't go. Rebound, James Una.
Well defended by Zamboanga. They understand that Alvin was going to get that rock down top of the key. Made it difficult for him to create anything.
James Una may tangan ng bola. Binigay kay Are. Atake si Mike. Ball is loose and last touch ni Mike Are.
And gave it up to the top for a little shallow cut. Weak side while doing a rip screen para kay CBC. Couldn't come up with anything.
Pressure from Are. Paying off. Turnover on Keanu Caballero.
Yeah, magandang matchup din yan. Are and Caballero. I think Caballero is mataas ring mag-commit ng turnovers itong si si Caballero. And that's something to me is critical for him, especially as they head deeper into the season. He's one of the leaders when it comes to turnovers at 3 per game para dito sa Rizal.
Keanu is whistled for the foul. Medyo may konting kiskisan sila ni Are doon.
Oo.
And a tap, meaning wala yun, no hard feelings.
Yes. Laban lang.
29-23. Aaron Estacio is in the game for Rizal. He's guarding Kalisay. Are, there's a switch. They swing it over to Capobres. Atake si Alvin, count the basket.
And so far, Alvin has really benefited from that action that middle lane on the floor. Yung weak side cuts niya, yun ang nakakatulong sa kanya. Drive down the middle. And still, lakas ng katawan maka-finish through contact.
Very underrated doon yung pasa ni Are kasi papunta si Capobres doon. He got a running start on Alwin Alday.
Yes. At saka defensively talagang nakaabang na rin itong Rizal dun sa sa pag-lift ng shooter in Kalisay.
Alvin Capobres up against his former team. It's 29-26. 5-0 run para sa Rizal. O sa Zamboanga rather. Estacio. Atake Aaron Estacio. This is something that they really need from Aaron Estacio. His scoring, his ability to get to the basket.
Oo. And that's what we saw back when he was playing for Marikina. Very much a potent scorer as well itong si Estacio. I felt he lost control right there, si Kalisay.
Grabe yung protesta dun sa bench.
It looked like he lost his footing.
If there was a foul, I thought they could have called it earlier.
Earlier, right.
Bago tumawid.
Earlier, that's right. But at that point, parang lost footing na no?
Oo. John Arthur Kalisay, couple of threes in the first period. Former Adamson Falcon knocks down the first free throw.
And Kalisay is a 50% free throw shooter.
The free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Reg Gabat returns para kay John Arthur Kalisay. Gusto ko yung layering ni Coach Egay, ha?
Huh?
The maroon sweater over.
Your fashion today.
Of course,
no?
of course.
The colors, the layering.
Yan, yung mga natin yan. Specialty natin yan.
Puma-fashion police,
Camson, nowhere to go. Finds Caballero. Estacio fires a three. Una taps it to Are.
I thought Estacio had one more pass over to Alwin Alday.
Capobres attacks. Gets that one to drop plus the foul.
Wow, Alvin Capobres. Lahat ng drive niya may tama at nakaka-finish through contact.
Well, Alvin Capobres coming into the lineup of, let's take a look at the action between
Sa kabila.
CBC and Keanu Caballero. Ever since he came to the picture here to Zamboanga, buo yung kumpiyansa niya galing sa Paranaque. Coach Mike, ang ganda na pinapakita niya doon eh.
Oo, he's got that toughness na binitbit niya papunta dito, and it shows in those last three drives that we've seen from him. He's not afraid of contact. He understands he can finish and absorb it. Well, he's been real good here so far to start the game.
Already with 10 points and 4 rebounds. So,
yeah.
si Alvin Capobres. He's been winning that matchup with Alwin Alday. Although, lamang din talaga ito si Alvin sa laki.
Oh yes. Sa heft, no? Sa heft side. Even sa height. And he's shooting really good right now. Si Capobres, 4 of 7 from the field. Has not missed from the line. It's 1 out of 1.
Rizal already up by 8 earlier after the flurry of threes from Naive and Balagtas. Nahabol na sila. They're taking their time here.
Yes. You got to come up with a decision here.
What's going on?
That was contact on that finish.
Should be a three-point play
That is right.
opportunity.
That is right.
And then, what's next?
Well, he's holding this up.
Yeah.
Here, that's a foul. Somebody's got to take bonus free throws. I think they're talking about that case with CBC and Caballero.
You can call a double foul or a
Agree.
double warning there.
Agree?
But you have to be quicker.
Yes.
Medyo bilisan natin konti.
Yung decisiveness, ika nga. Understanding the situation.
It's a double warning for unsportsmanlike behavior between Keanu Caballero
Yes.
of
Yes.
Rizal
Yes.
and
Thank you.
Zamboanga number 21,
Thank you.
Brian Cruz.
Thank you. That took 5 minutes.
Oh, yes. And so now we can move on to the next
Yes.
play and get to the free throw by Capobres.
Second foul on Rizal for unsportsmanlike behavior, second infraction, assistant coach Christian Coronel.
Christian Coronel, assistant coach
Okay.
on that Rizal bench. But boy, that took a while to get settled.
Oh, yes. You strongly see what happened, and there could have been a quicker decision made out of it.
Coach Christian Coronel. Galing din mag-point guard niyan dati.
Ay, oo naman.
Feeling ko nga ngayon, hanggang ngayon condition pa yan si Coach Christian eh.
Si Coach Christian, galing niya ng Beda High School before he transferred to Baste. Pero grabe na yan nung high school.
Kasabayan nila Jam Alfad to, no? Si Christian
I
Coronel.
think, yeah, I
Di
think,
ba?
yeah,
Yan
oo.
yung ano niya eh.
Ang tibay niyan, grabe. Tsaka ang tapang.
Oo.
Ang tapang niya sa floor. Si Coach Ralph, matapang pero iba yung tapang ni Coach Christian.
No, iba yung binabawian ka ni Coach Ralph sa shot make eh. Ito si Coach Christian, ano to eh, toughness to sa depensa.
Sakit sa katawan.
Turnover for Rizal. 2-minute mark ng ating first half.
Good defense by Philip.
Cruz from way downtown. Mas gusto mo yung wala yun, ha? Mas malayo.
Oo nga, ayaw ng
Brian
malapit.
Cruz. Gusto ni CBC yung malayo. And now, what a turnaround here. It's a 13-3 run.
When it comes on, it's down. You gotta push it. Oh, he's coming in late. You got numbers.
Are, the kick out. Capobres attacks the closeout. He's fouled by Camson.
Ibang klase yung threat na binibigay talaga ni Alvin Capobres. Every time that you skip that ball to the weak side on a ball reversal.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Well, Eric Camson was thinking he was gonna drop coverage against the CBC, not thinking he's gonna take it.
Wala kang magagawa kung gano'n nakalayo.
Oo.
Ang titira ni Carl Brian Cruz. Galing na talaga yun.
Matik na yun, muscle memory.
Capobres gets the first free throw to drop. He's got 11 points. And yun nga yung sinasabi natin, he comes into this Zamboanga team oozing confidence because he was putting points on the board for Parañaque. Kahit hindi sila nananalo, he was always, the leading scorer. He seems very comfortable as a go-to guy. Naive, another three. Nagawan sa rebound. It ends up with Mike Are. Another stop for Zamboanga. A 14 to 3 run. Manalang lets it fly. Got it.
Wow. Couple of plays already that Philip Manalang has got the number of Are. That time he made him pay with that three after that tip from the back.
Only a two-pointer.
Oh, that's a two-pointer, right?
35 to 33. 7 points now para kay Philip Manalang. CBC goes to Una. The cut from CBC. Layup is good. Nice pass galing kay James Una.
And that defense had to close out long. Si Eric Camson on CBC only because he made the three earlier. And so once na-overplay yun, he just went back door.
They have a foul to give Zamboanga if they want to.
Yes.
5 seconds. Manalang against CBC. Philip, the crossover. Layup is blocked. But CBC
That shot's not gonna count.
will taunt on Philip Manalang. Good thing hindi nakita ng referee yun. That would have been
A tech.
for taunting.
Right. That drive, the shot block.
See
There you
it.
go. Yeah, that one.
Okay. That won't count. The Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines will go into the break with a 4-point lead against Rizal.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way up and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
I came from nothing. Just a small boy from streets of General Santos City. No shoes, no food, no chance, just a dream in my heart. From flyweight to junior middleweight, 8 divisions. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipinong nangangarap at lumalaban. This is our victory. This is our story. And the best is yet to come.
MPBL, that just speaks a lot to how he's been performing here. Hindi niya sasayangin to.
Santos with a throwdown. Dennis Santos with a highlight two-handed jam here in the third. Throwdown galing kay Dennis Santos. He had a handful of highlight dunks last season.
Yeah. You mentioned Sidelf earlier, you brought up
12 points in the game, and all the way from near half court, Kit Jimenez, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc, trying to steal the thunder from King Destacamento in the quarter. Find Kit, please.
Ayun nga eh. Second remaining from half court! We were talking about him, Coach Mike. My goodness,
Oh, wow.
Jethro Escoto.
Boy, what a shot made by Escoto.
Hindi ko man kasing tangkad si Richard at si Russell, pero meron ako nito.
Oo, ang bigat ng pagkakabitaw niya na yun. Almost, fading going left and still enough to kiss it on the glass.
The rebound. Both teams still with a timeout remaining. Manalang with the rock. Defended by Santos. Jerome bites on the fake. Manalang for 3. Gets the basket to go. It bounces off the rim. Yun ang mabigat doon. Hindi lang nakashoot itong passing. 3 points pa ang kanilang ibinigay. Which means, on our side, the chances of overtime lumingit. It looks bleak right now,
Right?
But
His energy could be infectious for the
Oh,
last
wow,
2 minutes. What a pass! Oh! De Leon, the recipient of that unworldly assist from Keanu Caballero.
What a pass by Keanu Caballero. Guy, he found De Leon. Si Keanu talaga, ibang klase mga pasa. Risky, pero pag lumusot, ang ganda.
Wilson gets it to Robbie Celis, but what a catch and what a finish! And a foul! What a play from the heart and soul of this Nueva Ecija team, Robbie Celis. The smarts and the skill right here. Dalawang veterano na combine doon, Javi.
exactly. You gotta credit the pass to John Wilson. The presence of mind to get it to Robbie Celis, who got good position right there.
Against Salem. Rocky, 8 seconds. Now Chito, 5 seconds. Jaime lost the ball. Tamayo to Manalang, the runner from Robbie! Robbie Manalang with another clutch basket. This time against Valenzuela, it's a 7-point lead for Pasig City with 48 seconds remaining.
From Adamson to the MPBL, Robbie Manalang has broken a lot of hearts with clutch baskets just like that.
Buluto. Sumang with 5 seconds to work with. The dance, the pass, Sena, the 3! Ho, ho, ho! Wow! May konting sayaw, and then the 3 ball just in time to beat the shot clock. 13-point lead, the biggest in the ball game.
What a move here by Roy Sumang. And then Sena was asking for it because he felt that mismatch. He had Ochea on him. He felt that he could have taken him on the post. But Sumang set him up for that 3-point shot.
Andrews comes away with the loose ball. Here comes Ashton Andrews. Andrews lays it in.
Welcome to the Ashton Andrews highlight reel.
Ashton Andrews providing the hustle, the energy, and the bucket here late in the third period. He will not be denied in this play, Javi.
Getting past Kaduyak there, and then the sidestep on the gather by Ashton Andrews. 2 highlight plays. What a quarter para kay Ashton Andrews. Formento has Kanyal on him. Crossover, pull up. Formento knocks it down! Ano sabi mo kanina? Ang lamig. Di ba? Ang lamig. Umuulan. Ang lamig. Ano ang dapat mong gawin? Tanungin natin si Formento. Hindi. Tignan na lang natin. Between the legs, a little up fake cross.
that quick pull-up. No, yung quick pull-up after the cross was enough para, mapaslide, backpedal itong si depensa ni Kanyal, and nothing but bottom. What a big-time shot.
This guy, he has embraced the big moments para sa Valenzuela this season.
Halftime here at the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Zamboanga with a 4-point lead against the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. And it was a strong start para sa Zamboanga. And then Rizal caught up with them in the second quarter. And then may isa pang run itong Zamboanga. That's why they are up by 4 at the end of 2 quarters.
Pretty much a lot has to do with inside points, lalo na with Capobre scoring on those drives. The turnovers and points of turnovers pretty much cancel it out. Pero kita mo rin yung difference sa bench points. I wanted to highlight this because both these teams actually averaged roughly about 40-41 points off the bench. But right now, there's only 8 points coming off the bench para dito sa Zamboanga, while 26 for Rizal. So Rizal is pretty much on schedule when it comes to bench points. Pero Zamboanga, how that impacts the second half in this game, we'll figure out.
Well, kahit na lamang itong Rizal sa bench scoring, Zamboanga naman ang lamang sa game.
Oo.
So it means na, the starters of Rizal might be due for a big second half.
Correct.
Marco Balagtas. Naive, this is their second unit pretty much, with the exception of Mike Cañete. Samboy De Leon. Balagtas nasa gitna, atake. Marco could not get it to drop. Loose ball nakuha ni Are. Mike gets it to Capobres, flying in. Put back galing kay James Una.
See the pace at which Capobres was diving off that pass. Grabe.
Inside they go. Balagtas kicks it out to Naive. 10 seconds in the shot clock. And there's a whistle going against Mike Are.
Nakita kagad yung mismatch underneath, and they were trying to target that mismatch with Marco Balagtas being guarded by Are.
39-33. Marco. Binigay kay Samboy. Now with Philip. Balagtas with a pick. Manalang spins. Blocked by Una.
Second straight layup attempt by Philip Manalang that got rejected by the defense of Zamboanga. Look at that right here. James Una really staying the course on that layup attempt.
Yeah, this is something for Philip Manalang actually na medyo nagpag-usapan namin na, you know, in a few times. He does not need to take it, you know, dun sa ilalim.
Sobrang deep, yeah.
Sobrang deep because he can actually pull up from, you know, 10-15 feet.
Right. And maybe add a little bit of a floater or a push shot maybe as you approach that. Kasi pag masyado malalim ka na, you know, pretty
Nandun
much
yung mga big men.
yung mga big men ay nandun, nakaabang.
Turnover, Rizal.
And especially if you're going up against the leading shot blocker para dito sa Zamboanga and James Una.
Una shot at 3 from way out. Abdul. Bigay kay CBC. That's a 3. Another one. Or Brian Cruz.
And that's very intentional. That little two-man action off a stagger, which really was to set up that Spain lift by CBC for that open 3. Marco.
Nice answer galing kay Marco Balagtas. Another 3 para sa kanya. That's his second in the game. He's got 6 points. Brian Cruz is into double figures with 10. Abdul gets it to Brian Cruz.
Oh, wow.
Nice pass inside. Kapos ang layup ni James Una. Manalang running the floor. Finds Balagtas. Steps into this 3. Got it. Back to back for Marco Balagtas.
Now that is why you get a Marco Balagtas. Slip screens, replacements, relocates. Oh, almost a steal right here.
The steal completed by Philip. Drop pass. Cañete gets it to go.
Oh, what a run by Rizal right here. All triggered by efficient field goal makes.
Only a 1-point lead para sa Zamboanga.
Ooh!
Bagsak si Philip Manalang. That's a hot. He's
That
holding on
was
to his
hard.
midsection.
That was a tough one. Happened right in front of us.
Well, there are some calls that need to be made.
Yeah. Clearly, he got past it. Yeah, he went to his path.
My.
Yeah.
That was a hard hit.
That was pretty tough. And you see how he got hit.
Lumabas konti. May extension
Oo, may
konti
extend.
ng hip ni Brian Cruz.
That's right. Because if he just stood vertical, then Philip would just have passed by. Went right through it.
And Philip did not see it as well.
Yeah, clearly.
An 8-0 run for the Golden Coolers. Philip.
I think he's going to be replaced here.
Oo, tsaka masakit yung kanang kamay niya eh. He's,
Tsaka clearly, even when you look at the replay, talagang hindi niya alam na meron dun eh.
Carbrian Cruz goes to him. Kailangan kasi aware ka dun eh. Pag may ganun, and there has to be someone
Communicating.
telling him
Right.
para makaiwas siya. And it's good to see Philip back on his feet.
And more or less, as a screener, you're supposed to give him, you know, that vision to see you and avoid you.
And I wonder, are they making a call here?
We'll see how. Quite a while.
Because it looked like a let-go situation. So it's been upgraded.
Well, that's
Upon review, an
unsportsmanlike.
unsportsmanlike foul on Carbrian Cruz for an act of violence.
And so this will be free throws.
Okay, so I just got a clarification from our deputy technical head, Jojo Belnas. So there was no call, and then they reviewed it, and it was deemed an act of violence.
Yeah.
So you can actually, revert and review it.
And so they upgraded it.
No, there was no foul.
Oh, okay.
There was no foul.
All right.
So tiningnan lang nila ni-review lang nila.
But clearly he didn't see him coming from that spot. But at least CBC tried to come in after and to apologize. But Philip Manalang right now splits his free throws.
Yeah, 9-0 run for Rizal. We're tied at 42.
Right. And the thing is, momentum was really on the side of Rizal, and you got to keep this game going. And now, the hope for Rizal is magpatuloy yung momentum na yun. Samantala ito naman Zamboanga, sana napalamig yung sitwasyon na yun para sa Rizal.
Samboy inside the paint, unable to finish. Fourth rebound para kay Carbrian Cruz. Abdul, crossover, block by Balagtas. Met him up top.
What a block.
Cañete turns the ball over.
You see Robbie Naive saying, let's forget that, let's move on. And he clearly understands he was holding that corner. If you look at this clear drive right here, try to get it to the left, pero ang ganda ng pagkaka-time ng block na yon ni Marco Balagtas.
A 5-second violation. Fifth block for Rizal. And they force a turnover and a 5-second call. Bola ulit ng Golden Coolers. De Leon to Marco. De Leon drives, finds Cañete inside. He banks it in. Rizal back in front. 44-42.
Yeah, beautiful interior passing there by your big men. And good to find Mike Cañete on that pass.
2 minutes na hindi nakakascore itong Zamboanga, but Rizal now on an 11-0 run. Abdul pulls up, no good. Tapik, napunta kay Naive. Another stop for Rizal. Naive drives, spins, short on the layup.
Oh, that was a good look.
Carbrian Cruz able to secure the defensive rebound. That's his fourth rebound of the game, or fifth rebound of the game. CBC misses the three. Manalang pushing. Philip with 8 points and 3 assists. Capos. Ball back the other way. Capobres. 44-42. 3 minutes scoreless itong Zamboanga. Are trying to change that. Abdul saves it to Are. Mike trying to find Abdul sa ilalim. He recovers. Capobres for 3. Still no good. And back the other way. De Leon challenging the defense. No good. Naive. Samboy from the corner. Too strong, and Carl Brian Cruz getting the rebound again.
Yeah, we got to settle down here. A series of misses from both these teams. You got to execute properly offensively if you're Zamboanga.
Carl Brian Cruz. Free ball won't go.
That was a good look for CBC. Channel coming in to run.
Cañete. Samboy De Leon. He's fouled by Sena.
Arm got hit on the wait for that 3 attempt. This action though right here.
Our assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That time, Philip Manalang drew in the defense of CBC before feeding it off.
This is now 4 minutes. Itong drought ng Zamboanga Sikat. Their last basket was the three-pointer from Carl Brian Cruz that made it a 9-point lead at 33-42. Now it's 45-42. So this is now a 12-0 run.
Wow, what a response here for Rizal.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. That's 3 free throws para kay Samboy De Leon.
And you have the shooters now on the floor for Zamboanga. Kalisay on the inside.
2 of 3. Jeric Serrano with the offensive rebound.
Wow.
Samboy inside. Finger roll is good.
Again, the interior passing para dito sa Rizal has worked wonders for them. And for the most part, the recipients have either been Mike Cañete or Samboy De Leon.
That's 2 of their most athletic players.
Yes.
The 9 points now para kay Samboy De Leon, tying Balagtas and Naive is the top scorers for Rizal. Capobres, leading scorer for Zamboanga with 12. Alvin to Arthur. Shot clock will expire. It's a foul on Sena.
As Samboy was trying to secure that defensive board, I think he hurt himself.
Well, she's saying that. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
I love that quick read and decision by Robbie Naive, finding Samboy De Leon inside. Samboy really just went inside and scooped it. Ganda na nilaro ni Samboy.
9 points and 7 rebounds para kay Samboy De Leon. Part of that bench mob of Rizal. 48-42, quarter scoring, 15-5. Lamang ang Rizal. Inside, Serrano gets clobbered. And a foul on Kalisay. 2 free throws coming up.
So far, what we've seen is yung interior defense, itong Zamboanga, pretty much on catch-up mode against all this ball and man movement of Rizal. And which is why they are getting to the free throw lines, because for the most part, their shots have been, the fouls have been committed, shot attempts inside the paint.
And Coach Bong Ramos will challenge the call. It's a 6-point lead for Rizal. We'll take a break.
The Zamboanga Sikats challenge was unsuccessful.
It's
Foul
an unsuccessful
committed by-
challenge for Coach Bong Ramos, so the foul will stand on Kalisay. Serrano right here. Ayun,
Oh, yeah.
tinamaan sa mukha.
Oo, meron talaga.
Eric Serrano at the line. He's got 5 rebounds, still looking for his first point of the game. Mintis ang kanyang unang free throw. Jeric, siya yung nakakapasok dito sa second unit ng Rizal. Over Apasible actually.
Yes.
Jean Apasible has yet to see action in this ballgame.
And Alvin Alday even has been on the bench for quite a while, only because, this combination of 5 has worked well.
Well, the starters are not there. Turco finally breaks the silence. Almost more than 5 minutes scoreless. Itong Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines. Turco finally putting points on the board. Naive on the kick out. 3-pointer, that won't go. Tolentino trying to save it.
A little bit wild on that shot going left for Robbie Naive. I felt that Philip Manala could have drove middle instead of driving that lane side.
Nice pass. Galing kay Chino Mosqueda. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Expa personal karaoke speaker. Everyday karaoke.
And every time you're a big man, you see your initiator of the offense driving that side of the floor, you're supposed to relocate, trace that ball. Exactly what happened in that spot. Oh, good block.
The second block for Balagtas. Turnaround shot by Turco. Rebound, Jeric Serrano. An offensive foul on Marco.
Because Marco was trying to get an early seal underneath, trying to get that ball advanced against the defense of Chino. Then he feels underneath, he's got advantage on that post up, with Chino being almost the lone defender against him.
And 2 blocks for Marco Balagtas. Rizal as a team has 6 blocks. Bench scoring, lamang na lamang pa rin ang Rizal. 38-10. And only Neil Tolentino ang nasa starting lineup kanina na naglalaro ngayon sa loob.
Yes.
This is the second unit pretty much.
Yes.
For almost the entire third.
Entire third. These guys have done well on the floor together.
Kalisay fires a 3. That won't go. Rebound ni Balagtas.
The usually makeable 3-point looks for Kalisay are not falling tonight.
And 6 rebounds are Marco Balagtas to go with his 9 points. Tolentino to Serrano. Naive, corner. Finds Balagtas sa gitna. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Marco takes the jumper, knocks it down. Off the glass and in. The captain delivers again.
That was a tough shot.
Yeah, but that was... Ano niya yan eh? Tira niya yan.
Oh, specialty no? Grabe yun. Things getting a little bit chippy here.
Between Serrano and Kawilan.
Ito
Watch
yun.
this.
Oh yeah. Close out. Goes left side. Pero yung biglang pull up na ang taas ng boarding na yun.
51-44, Kalisay.
Ooh.
Offensive foul.
Right through the face, that elbow.
And the worry here, if you're John Arthur Kalisay, is that baka i-upgrade ito into an unsportsmanlike foul. The score in this quarter is 18-7. Rizal ang nangunguna.
Yeah, and this comeback by Rizal is predicated more on good execution. Ooh. Let's see that again, if we can.
I think it should be
Upon review, it was an unsportsmanlike foul on
Right
number
on the
22, Arthur Kalisay, for excessive hard contact.
Excessive hard
Second
contact.
foul on Arthur Kalisay.
Things turning here for Zamboanga. Alday returns. Let's see if he can find his stroke. Alwin has yet to score in this ball game. He's 0 for 3. It's really interesting how this game has panned out, Coach Mike. Tolentino at the line. He does not make the first free throw. Eric comes on only with 3 points. Okay. Keanu Calvaliero has yet to score as we bring you this free throw of the game, brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Tolentino goes 0 for 2. And pretty much Camson and Alday. Camson is good for 15.5 points per ball game.
That's right.
Alday is 12.5 points. So out of the 28 expected of them, only 3 points so far for the duo.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. I mean, it really is the bench guys that have produced well para dito sa Rizal. Setting up an elevator here for Alwin.
Alwin, well, nandun si Capobres. Manalang shoots. It's an air ball.
And Alwin Alday is pretty much a marked man, I guess, for almost all of the teams that he's gone up against. I do understand he's one of the top scorers para dito sa Rizal. And you check on him.
Sa kabilang panig naman, there, several players are struggling. Gabat only has 2 points. He's averaging 10 points per ball game as Capobres is fouled. Altamirano has yet to score, averaging almost 8 points per ball game. Abdul only has 2 points. He averages close to 11 per ball game. So may mga players that have yet to show up in this game.
Yes.
And we have more than a quarter remaining. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Alvin Capobres, 3 of 5 from the line. And let's check in with Mika Abisamis.
Alvin Capobres started his career in the MPBL with Rizal under Coach Tan Banal, then Negros under Coach Bonnie Garcia, then Parañaque under Coach Mike Sagigit. Today, he said, pakiramdam ko, umuwi ako sa tatay ko, kaya ganito siguro ang laro ko. Was one of Coach Egay's best players in San Sebastian. Said Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Mika and Ed. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin, reunion sila dito.
Oo.
Coach Egay, and you can feel that, there is a connection with Alvin and this Zamboanga team immediately. The way that he's, been given confidence, from the bench. Parang may go signal eh. At the same time, nakuha din siya kumpiyansa sa Parañaque.
Yes. At saka yung kumpiyansa nga kinuha niya sa Parañaque, bit-bit niya papunta dito and pretty much engaged, lalo with that connection with the coaching staff. It really bodes well para dito kay Capobres.
Altamirano looking for his first basket. The kick out to Mosqueda. Chino, 7 seconds to work with. That's a foul on Tolentino.
Oh, that's going to be tough for Chino to finish that way. The contact though by Tolentino. Tolentino, what he tried to do was Chino attack that front foot. He really tried to stay lateral and slid with it. Pero natawagan siya ng foul on that hit, on that drive by Chino.
A lot of players struggling right now.
And which is, pretty much how coaches teach it now, yung attacking the front foot. There are 2 ways. One, you don't show that front foot. Second is, if ever you show it, you gotta slide with it. You don't open up, because when you open up, you're pretty much gonna be late. Which is how Tolentino defended.
30 seconds remaining here in the third. Philip Manalang.
Man, also 8.
Balagtas. Lumapit. Marco, fade away. Masyadong malakas. Serrano with the offensive rebound. And he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. They just can't keep Jeric Serrano off the glass right now.
Sipag din eh. Ganda ng timing eh, no?
He's got 8 rebounds. Only has 1 point, but he's made an impact with his rebounding.
And his rebounds have been pretty much crucial, giving them extra possessions. Lalo na yung kanina, yung pasa inside dun kay, kay Samboy coming from Robbie.
The Trap Emerson Rivera up against his former coach, Bong Ramos. That was more than 20 years ago.
Oh,
Na
wow.
sila nagsama.
Tagal na, no?
Yes.
I remember him when he was playing for Batangas nga.
Batangas Blades.
Batangas Blades. Yung haircut niya parang di rin nagbago.
Hindi, actually,
Yan na yun eh.
parang siya pa rin yan.
Yun na yun.
Siya pa rin yan, by the
Oo.
way. hindi naman change identity. Pero Coach Ralph, hindi tumatanda.
Oo.
2 for 2 para kay Jeric Serrano. 53 to 46 is the count.
Yeah, everybody's peeling off now. Defensively para dito sa Rizal, trying to help out a teammate that gets beat.
8 seconds to work with. Capobres goes downhill. Well defended by Jeric. Manala comes away with the loose ball. Alday does not get it in time. But what a response out of the halftime break by the Rizal Central Ball Golden Coolers. They take that quarter 21 to 9. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
And really it's because they primarily focused outside of defense on the basics of the game, controlling the rebounds, getting more assists, and even turning them into points to their advantage. The bench has been pretty big right here for Rizal.
Metzer Gixer, fan of the game, born for greatness. Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Inares Center 2 in Montalban, Rizal. Close up kung close up Grabe yun, direct. Kaway-kaway sa mga nanonood pa dito. If fans are getting treated to a really good game of basketball. It's a South Division showdown between Zamboanga and Rizal. Zamboanga down by 7. Nasa kanila yung bola. James Una sends it to the stands.
Miscalculated that pass. It was a good read though, freeing up CBC underneath, pero napakataas lang nung pasa.
Well, stand corrected. 20 to 9 pa lang ating third quarter, not 21 to 9 as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. And that 9 points is pretty low for Zamboanga.
Oo. Well, they were scoreless for 5 minutes in that quarter.
Yes. You see a little action right there. That's been going on since earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotta stay in control here.
Alday getting in on the action. Altamirano. Kamson being held off by Carl Brian Cruz.
You don't want this right now.
But there should have been a call though.
Right.
Before what happened there.
Because there was already, that little contact underneath between Chino and Kamson, and Alday really just coming over. Oh boy. It's going to be interesting.
And
calls
two
here.
players, Altamirano and Alday, na, they've been struggling, both of them. And Tolentino having some words with Mosqueda.
Yeah, because earlier there was also some physicality between Tolentino and Chino.
There.
Yeah, there you go. But even before that, meron eh.
And then there was a punch. And then Altamirano gets in on the act. There was a punch right there.
Yeah, by Chino. I don't know if it was a pull down. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was the arm. It was the arm. But he had a closed fist, but it wasn't directly that fist. It was the arm that actually hit the arm of Eric Camson.
And then Ichi. Alam mo talaga may mga sa eksena talaga may mga ano may a little taunting between Alwin and Ichi.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And part of it might be because Zamboanga got frustrated with scoring just 9 points in the
Sinasabi ko
third.
nga kanina, it's been quite a struggle for both teams.
That's
and,
right.
And some of their players. Because we're seeing ang second unit ng Rizal ang nag-step up ngayon.
Yes. And oh boy.
And the other way, sa kabila naman, it's Alvin Capobres na maganda yung pinapakita.
Yes.
Para dito sa Zamboanga Sikat. That's a new signing right there.
Mhm. And I felt even before that video that we saw habang nagsiset up sila ng half court nila, meron ng konting bigayan doon
Oo.
Na-escalate na lang todo talaga after yung ng change ng possession.
And then Eric Camson took exception dun sa girian nila ni
Chino.
Chino
Mhm.
And Chino just not backing down as well. So
See-
you cannot just judge that from yun lang incident after ng rebound.
yes.
Because something happened, may konting kiskisan na dun bago
Prior.
sa rebound na yun.
Yes.
But what I'm seeing though from if they're still giving it a closer look here.
There's gonna be names that's gonna come up. And the thing is, this is just a 7-point game.
Marami-rami feeling ko.
Oo.
Ang
There's gonna be
mapapatawag
names.
sa principal's office.
There's gonna be names called out.
Name names.
So,
They're gonna be naming names, Coach
Right.
Mike.
at saka pangalawang beses na to na natigil yung momentum Kanina earlier with that long review as
Yeah.
Rizal went on that run, and now this one again.
Their league officials standing in the middle of the court. Commissioner Kenneth Deremdes, head of security Rudy Distrito. Our bouncers are also up on their feet. And head of operations Emer Oreta. They're making sure that the two teams are on their respective sides.
And this pretty much has been a pretty defensive game. Kaya ang daming yung mga bungguan, yung mga screens na may tama.
I'm not saying that I like the long lull, but I think it's something that these two teams need because
To cool down.
mainit nga.
Oo.
Kahit malamig dito.
Ironically, ang lamig dito pero mainit yung laro. And somehow, Capobres is also, kumaga, nag-slow down din yung production niya, no?
Yeah, I think may adjustment din May
Oo.
adjustment din on their part.
And he was pretty good on those, weak side cuts and those lane attacks.
Are we gonna take a few more minutes here? Everyone has to list down
No, they're
the
writing a lot.
names of everyone. I think we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
Review shows it's a double unsportsmanlike foul on Rizal number 13, Eric
So double
Camson.
and sportsmanlike
And number 2 of Zamboanga,
on
Sikat,
Eric
Chino
Camson
Mosqueda.
and Chino Mosqueda.
Technical foul is
Technical.
called on Zamboanga Sikat, number 24, Ichi Altamirano,
Ichi
for
Altamirano.
unsportsmanlike behavior.
For unsportsmanlike behavior.
Unsportsmanlike foul on Rizal Central of number 26, Jeric Serrano.
And Jeric Serrano has been also called for an unsportsmanlike foul. So there's going to be one free throw if I'm right, okay. There's going to be one free throw for Rizal and then 2 free throws plus ball possession
For Zamboanga.
for Zamboanga.
See,
This is
yun doon nagsimula.
this should have been called earlier already.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Oh. And then there as well.
Yeah, that's where it started really.
Oo.
When Eric was pointing at him, ayun na.
Hindi ko alam kung saan na yan. And then, referee
The
Manuel.
closed fist.
Yun.
Oh, yeah.
I am surprised that there was no ejection.
Yeah.
I am surprised. Because, can you...
Oh, wow.
Hindi, saan naman yung unsportsmanlike kay Jeric Serrano?
I think that one right there.
Ito ba?
Yeah. That left arm to the face of
Yeah, but
Ichi.
it looked like Ichi made the
Technical
most out of
free
that.
throw, Alvin Alday.
Okay, what do I know now? What do I know?
Free throws in order.
And Alday rattles that one home. 8-point lead for Rizal.
There'll be a couple of free throws here and then possession.
Could be a... So, Altamirano, was he replaced? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he stays.
No, Ichi will get 2 free throws. Very, very interesting how the physicality will unfold after this. Altamirano knocks down the first free throw. Abdul is set to check in.
Well, hopefully after that long lull, medyo lumamig na itong mga players na to, but we'll have to see.
Altamirano is replaced by Abdul Sawat. Mosqueda is also replaced by Michael Are. And we expect them to be back on the floor later on. Are, binabatayan ni Caballero. Una dives, left-handed scoop is good.
Exactly that same play that they did earlier, but this time a better finish from James Una.
Alday looking for a way through the kick out to Camson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Camson struggling against the defense of Una. He gets his own miss. Gets it to Alday. Swings it over to Caballero. Keanu. Camson ends up with it. And somehow was able to make an attempt. He gets fouled in the process. And this is the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And you like that it was a good read of a pass as they got 2 on the ball and James Una slipped it. And just creative finish right there by James Una, going the left hand of the glass. Pero itong last play na to, almost everybody parang naghahanap lang ng paraan kung paano makuha yung bola. No, it was an ugly sequence. And everybody was just trying to figure out how to get that rock.
Now everyone was just grinding it out. Alam mo
Yeah,
naman.
oo. Exactly.
Trabaho lang. 54 to 49. 2 misses from Eric Camson. Really struggling big time. CBC gets it to Capobres. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Alvin, inatrasan ng depensa ni Alday, uses the CBC pick. Capobres trying to bank that one in. Ball is loose. Are picks it up. Trying to save that one, and it will go to Rizal.
Now, this is still a very close game. It's just a 2-possession game.
Yung fashionable, pati yung band ng relo.
Oh my God, pati
Orange.
yun napansin mo?
Siyempre, details. Details, Coach Mike.
The devil's in the details.
Another foul.
Really just matching yung kulay naman.
Siyempre.
Matching-matchy.
8 minutes remaining. Eric Camson has free throws. Again. Wow.
Oh, he's 1 out of 5. And normally a 73% free throw shooter. This missed a lot.
Well, 3 of the players on the floor right now. As Camson knocks down the second. Camson is minus 22. Alday is minus 17. Caballero is minus 17.
Yeah,
And yet, Rizal
they're up.
is up 55 to 49. Naive is plus 22 and he's on the bench yet. So, babalik pa yan mamaya konti. Abdul ang nagdadala ng bola for Zamboanga. That's a kick ball on Samboy De Leon.
And Abdul Sawat wanted a 2-3 flat right there. And trying to work on the defense of Samboy De Leon and trying to use that screen to figure out how to extricate himself and make a little separation.
Abdul against Samboy. Samboy able to stop that drive. Capobres working against Alday. Labas kay CBC. Serrano trying to track this one down. And Abdul able to save it. Off Serrano. Bola ulit ng Zamboanga.
And they've run that play, a little shuffle cut, and that ends up with a stagger. They were successful with that earlier, but this time around it was empty. Get another one flat here.
Abdul, the switch now. Serrano nakabantay. Abdul to CBC. Atake sa loob. Kick out to Are. Shot clock will expire.
I thought CBC already had a shot on that catch from the corner.
Nag-alangan siya dahil bilis ng close out ni Eric Camson.
Eric Camson, yeah.
They need a spark here, Zamboanga. Rizal's defense holding strong.
They're targeting this matchup right here.
De Leon on the cut. Sa ilalim, Samboy is fouled.
No, it's not easy getting inside the paint now.
Yeah. You have to put your body on the line.
Oh, you gotta be ready.
You gotta be ready getting hit in the face.
Yes. Even so, bago ka dumating, may mga tama ka na sa katawan. And when you get that ball inside, once you take that shot attempt, you are gonna get hit.
A crucial jewel in the South Division. These two teams could meet in the playoffs if they make it. And it looks like they might make it. And De Leon gets the first free throw to drop. How important is this game for Rizal? They will tie Gensan and Batangas at number 3 if they do record a victory tonight against Zamboanga.
That is right. And so yun talaga yung habol eh. At least to, stay in pace on that top 4 slot.
2 for 2 for Samboy De Leon. De Leon has 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Ichi Altamirano gets it to Una. Una inside, a foul on Serrano. Third team foul on Rizal, but that's a shooting foul. So Serrano will send Una to the free throw line.
Feeling ko medyo napaaga yung pagkaka-peel off ni Serrano doon. I felt that area was pretty much covered by that switch on Samboy and Eric Camson.
You get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
And so he got figured in that foul situation.
57-50. Rizal in the lead. 1 for 2 for Una, but Carl Brian Cruz with the offensive rebound. Ichi against Alwin. Ichi with a jumper off the mark. Rebound. Fought for. Nakuha ni Carl Brian Cruz. Una. Jumper. Fouled by Camson. And that will be the 5th on Eric Camson. Oh, 4th. Sorry about that. Sorry. Fouls on pala. Fouls on Eric Camson, but fouls committed by Eric Camson. Mahirap pag nag-ano na ako
Nagla-live stats eh.
Nagla-live stats na ako eh. Tigilan ko na nga to.
Oh boy.
Re-rely na lang ako sa'yo. And Eric Camson on the verge of fouling out. Gets a breather. Kasama sila ni Jeric Serrano, but oh boy. That was a really hard-fought 3 minutes and 14 seconds on the floor sa 4th quarter para kay Eric Camson.
Oo. As in, high intensity, no? Intense, ika nga eh.
And that ball knocked away. It will go to Rizal. Oh no. Manalang returns for Keanu Caballero. They want to challenge it. White ball, says referee Arce. Referee Binondo was pointing the other way.
A lot of confusion right now. Yeah, they want that challenge.
It's all about communicating, okay? When you communicate, makes everyone's lives easier. We'll be right back.
The challenge made by Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers was unsuccessful.
So it's an unsuccessful challenge for Coach Ralph. See right here, that was off. Marco Balagtas.
Yeah, dalawa pa nga sila eh, no?
Bola ng mga nakaputi, Zamboanga.
Back pick. Corner exit.
We'll go to Altamirano. He'll shoot the three. It's off the mark. Una with the offensive rebound, and he sticks it back in.
Staying, attached.
Mahirap mag-airball eh.
Oo.
And that will mean free throws for Philip Manalang.
Ang dami ng fouls nito. Both teams already in a penalty.
That time, yun yung sinasabi natin, Coach, na mas mahirap kunin ang defensive rebound sa airball.
Oo. Kasi yung timing ng pagdampot din eh. Hindi mo alam kung tatama o hindi.
Yeah, Philip Manalang, 20 minutes of action, has 8 points. Make that 9 points. 5 rebounds and 4 assists off the bench.
And both these teams with still 6.5 remaining are already in penalty.
Mahaba-haba po ang gabi natin.
At saka kung paano nilalaro yung game, ang daming
Not that
action sa loob.
it's already a long night, but Philip, 1 for 2. Agawan sa rebound, Cañete able to grab the offensive rebound. It is with Philip Manalang. To Samboy De Leon, fires a 3, no good. Una grabs the rebound.
Grabe yung box out sa loob. Pahirap ang kumuha ng rebounds.
Are. De Leon with a steal. Samboy gets that one to drop. And Samboy De Leon, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals tonight. This is the fast break of the game, play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A well-read situation right there for Samboy, understanding that ball was going to go back. And so he deflected that, stole it, and made that basket.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow, bakit?
Bakit bigla na-focus dito? Tinitingnan rin siguro yung fashion trend natin.
Dinalamig kami dito kaya ano.
The colors.
Gabi. Siguro dahil sa late na tayo, wala na silang makuha na. Tayo na.
Kung ano na yung kinukuha.
Rizal, ganda rin ng jacket, ha? And Coach Christian Coronel, ganda rin ng jacket. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes as well. Altamirano, Una trying to tip that one in. Oh, taken away by Alday. Rizal with numbers. Samboy for 3, no good. Rebound ni Capobres. Back the other way, Carl Brian Cruz. And it's off CBC. Bola ng Rizal.
Right, that should stay with Rizal. Not a good shot though by Samboy earlier. You understand, you know, it was on the move, but you've got guys filling the lanes. You could have gotten numbers right there.
Grabe. Minsan lang tayo nakuhanan. Napanood pa ni Boss Kaiser Galvez. Okay ba yung jacket ko, boss? Yung denim jacket ko for tonight?
Fashionista rin yun eh.
Oo. There's a foul. Ay, Cañete.
Yeah,
And the problem here with the two teams is that they can't seem to generate a good run. Kasi yung ano rin eh, nagkakamali sila eh.
Oo. Kaya nangyayari yung game start and stop eh, no? Start and stop. That was a flare screen intended, pero again, it resulted in a foul.
Here's Sawat. They go down low to CBC. Drop step, balagtas.
Good block. What a block.
Grabe. You know, not the front line of Rizal is not the biggest in the league, but really, they've stepped up big here. 8 blocks already. Manalang gets a running start. Alday has it. Capobres able to stop the drive. There's a jump ball.
Philip is hobbling a little bit with that right leg of his as he tried to make that move going that left side.
Naive has been stretching dun sa dulo ng bench ng Rizal. Ngayon, he'll get his chance. De Leon up top. Oh, what a pass! Galing kay Manalang. That play working perfectly for Rizal. 15 points para kay Samboy De Leon, and it's a 10-point lead for the Golden Coolers.
And that really caught the defense by surprise. They were thinking, simpleng bigay lang sa Guardia, pero yung mga screens na nangyari left up that alley-oop play for Samboy.
Sawat airballs the three. Shot clock will expire on Zamboanga.
And referee says they will review this. I felt that James got that ball before the buzzer.
Look at this play right here. Sawat was not looking at the ball really, pero pinabayaan niya. Ito si Samboy De Leon, and such an athletic catch and finish galing kay Samboy De Leon.
Well, they tried to clear that entire right side of the floor for that alley-oop play.
Shot clock violation.
So the buzzer came before that whistle.
And 62-52. With 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining, this has been an extended game with a lot of stoppages, a lot of reviews.
Parang board exam eh.
No, but we are here and we are in the fourth quarter, and we are in for a thrilling ending.
There you go.
Balagtas will miss the three. Rebound Una.
That's the cleanest look of a shot from the outside that Rizal has gotten so far. Off a set, huh? Off a set.
Inside, Capopres banks it in.
And Capobres taking the shortest distance, quickly using that curl. One dribble, strong drive through the glass.
Manalang will drive, blocked by Una.
Wow. And Philip has got rejected thrice already. Again, it goes back to your point, him getting in too deep. Could have gotten for a pull-up, push shot, floater.
3:29 left. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Manalang against Mosqueda. Philip, atake, push shot, got
There
it!
you go. There you go. That's what you've been preaching. Push shot before you get inside the paint, so you catch that defense late.
Yes. 64-54, parang nagano ka. Nagdilang anghel tayo. 10 na yung lamang ulit ng Rizal. Cruz to Capobres, who's had a spectacular night, pero nabitawan niya yung bola. Mosqueda, shot fake, lumapit. Chino, reverse, that won't go, and the rebound falling to Rizal. Another strong stand defensively.
Yan, tibay ng depensa sa loob ng paint ng Rizal. Nothing easy inside.
Ano to eh, it really has a playoff vibe to it, itong laban na to.
Yeah, agree.
Philip Manalang, jumper, off the mark, rebound, Abdul.
Now it's a rhythm shot for Philip.
Abdul is fouled by Samboy, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
And Abdul's pretty much struggled with this game.
This is the Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness. And taking that push shot before the defense arrived. That's Philip Manalang, who now has 11 points.
One of the classic ways that you try to outsmart your bigs as you try and get the lane if you're the smaller guy. And just a quick release by Philip.
That was the first free throw of Abdul. Missed it completely. He splits his foul shots. And Kalisay returns for Abdul.
It has not been a good shooting night for Abdul Sawat. 1 out of 6 from the field. 1 out of 2 from the line.
Manalang up against Capobres. He gets it across. Philip. A little over 2 minutes to play. Manalang gets it to Marco. Now Naive. 7 seconds to work with. Robbie goes behind the back, fades away, draws the foul, 2 free throws. Robbie Naive.
Well, pretty much that execution, you could say, at some point got delayed because of the movements of the bigs, but Robbie Naive able to make something out of it and trying to break down that defender that's right in front of him.
First free throw goes down for Naives into double figures. Bosandre Cruz, nanonood sa atin, syempre, in support of the Golden Coolers. 1 for 2 for Naive.
Zamboanga's got to be very efficient now, but easier said than done because this interior defense of Rizal has pretty much made it tough for them to get inside.
Wow.
And they've still been trying to get inside the paint. They're getting paint touches, but they're not getting the quality finishes. That's been the thing.
Here's the thing, Coach Mike, as well. I think there's been a drastic way at the way Zamboanga has been playing. Because the last time I covered them, ibang-iba yung laro nila eh.
Yes. Ibang-iba.
Ibang-iba. The rotation is different.
Ball movement is different.
Yeah, and then you also, dahil wala nga din si Roy Sumang, but no minutes, not a lot of minutes for Reg Gabat, only 9 minutes of action. Ichi Altamirano has only been on the floor for 7.5 minutes.
Zamboanga sikat.
So, pretty much, nag-iba ang takbo nitong Zamboanga, particularly in this ball game.
Oh, yung kombinasyon ng mga players on the floor.
1 minute and 44 remaining. Timeout Zamboanga. Rizal's next 3 games, they collide with Pasig City on July 12. That's this weekend. And then they resume against Nueva Ecija on July 22. And then a big one against the Quezon Huskers on July 30.
Yeah, that stretch, that's pretty tough for Rizal. Pero magandang measure yan sa kanila, no? After that really good start this season, to see where they are heading to the playoffs.
Capopres nails the 3.
Cleanest shot so far for Zamboanga. Good setup after that timeout.
Ito na lang ang lamang dito. Capopres is up to 17 points. With his 7 rebounds. Philip Manalang uses the Cañete pick. There's a switch. Philip gets in the lane. Finds Cañete on the emergency pass. Balagtas! Puts it in.
Well, almost looked like Philip didn't have enough space to try and create. But a good thing that Samboy was able to find Balagtas on that weak side.
Was that Samboy or Cañete?
Cañete, rather.
Kalisay drives. Free throws coming up para kay John Arthur Kalisay.
And one other thing that Rizal has done against Zamboanga is they made it difficult for dribble penetrations. Hindi ganun kadali nagiging pag-drive nila inside the paint.
Mas may disiplina sila, no? Stay in front.
Yes.
Habulin ko na to. Eric Acuña, Papa Joey Escaniel, ng mataas na kahoy. Batangas, nanonood pa sa atin.
Bukas nasa Batangas tayo.
Oo nga.
Tomorrow.
Pampanga versus Batangas.
Yeah.
Wow. Battle of former champion, 2-time defending champions, and then the season 1 champions.
Yep.
That's off una. So will remain with Rizal.
We're gonna spread this floor wide open. Try to create space.
Oh, ball knocked away, recovered by Naive. Cañete gets it safely to Manalang. Philip,
Yeah, you got to create some space here.
10 seconds on the shot clock. 8-point lead for Rizal. Manalang against Kawilan. Samboy De Leon for 3. That won't go. Capobres on the move. Atake si Alvin Capobres. 2 free throws coming up.
And Capobres really attacking that defense of Robbie Naive. That shot looked good for Samboy, ano?
Oo.
Diretso eh.
Magandang linya sa tira na yun.
Oo. And now these free throws are gonna be really crucial here for Zamboanga.
If pag nanalo ang Rizal dito, this could be, you know, one of their biggest wins of the season. They will improve to 11-7. Hindi pa tayo tapos, no? Meron pang 33 seconds. Capobres goes 2 for 2. 2-possession game, 67-61. Manalang gets it back. He's fouled by Mosqueda. So dalawa free throws
For Philip.
Yeah. Ganda rin ang nilaro ni Philip Manalang dito. 11.6 rebounds and 6 assists.
And he's been the steady force through this part of the game. And despite, you know, getting his shots blocked, but good adjustments.
Alam mo, itong mga, ano to eh, I pretty much think that these are players na naging magkakampi na, naging magkakaibigan na, pero parang sinet aside nila muna dito sa game na to eh.
Oo. Totoo, yeah.
After the game, baka okay na ulit. 2 for 2 for Philip.
Philip's been steady.
69-61.
You don't need to foul here if you're Rizal.
Mosqueda to Kalisay. Blocked by De Leon. Una. No good. Tapikan ng bola. Cañete has it. Balagtas. Manalang. And Rizal will take this one. A hard-fought, grind-it-out victory for the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers here at the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. The Golden Coolers, they were able to fight their way back. It felt like the third quarter was a long, long time ago.
Oh, yes. Dahil sa dami na nangyari.
Oo, pero doon nga nakahabol itong Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Took a while. You know, Eric Camson did not have the best of games. Alwin Alday as well. But ang ibang personnel dito ng Rizal able to deliver.
Yeah. And particularly itong si Samboy De Leon, you know, for the most part, alongside with his other teammates, has really provided those needed points. And he's just been pretty steady as well.
15 points and 9 rebounds para sa ating best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Rizal rallying from a 9-point deficit in the third quarter and pulling out an 8-point win over Zamboanga, the number 2 team in the South. They will move up to a tie for third spot in the South, ang Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers, with this victory. Let's go to Mika Abisanes.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Samboy. Ang isa sa napansin ko talaga sa'yo ngayong araw na to, yung composure mo, no? Habang medyo nagkakagulo dun sa kabila ng court kanina, nandito ka lang sa dulo ng court, nakaupo ka lang. Pero bukod dun, ang pinaka napansin din namin sa'yo is palagi ka lang nasa paligid ng ring whenever they needed you the most.
Ayun nga, pag may mga ganong kasing commotion, like hindi na natin para dagdagan pa. So, kaya ako nakaupo doon. So, medyo nire-relax ko lang din yung atmosphere. So, kaya ganun lang yung reaction ko.
Sabi ni Coach Ralph, much needed daw na manalo kayo against a strong contender, no? Bilang isa sa leaders niya, tsaka isa sa inaasahan niya dito sa team, anong nasa isip mo para pagkatapos ng larong ito?
Yun nga, kasi galing kami sa mga talo na medyo dikit lang. So, ito yung kailangan naming game, lalo na home court namin. So, kailangan namin i-defend yung home court namin.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
On behalf ng Team Rizal, binabati at nagpapasalamat po kami sa aming punong lusod na sina Governor Nini Inares, Governor Ito Inares, Mayor Junjun Inares, and nagpapasalamat din kami sa team owners namin, sa Golden Coolers na sila Sir Jaime Lima at Boss Joel Conde, sa Centro Mall, sila Sir Alex Cruz, Sir Sandre Cruz, and sa mga sponsors namin, Centro Mall, Golden Coolers, Dreamwave, Powerhouse Clothing, Anytime Fitness, and syempre yung family ko, binabati ko yung nanay ko, tatay, si Lovely, si Yen, si Ate, si Inan, tsaka si Amang, sila Kuya Salva dyan, tsaka sila Brian, sila Boss June at Boss Jan and Boss Rolly, and BT Works. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Samboy De Leon. This best play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsors the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Si Delphine, Coach Mark.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Congratulations, Samboy De Leon and the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers with that big win over Zamboanga. The bukas, biyaheng Batangas City ang inyong liga. Binyan takes on Manila in the first game. Second game, Marikina and Sarangani maglalaban. And in the main game, two-time defending champions Pampanga Giant Lanterns will battle the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters na naghanap ng kanilang 5 sunod na panalo. That's it for us. For my partner, Coach Mike Perez, and our courtside reporter, Mika Abisamis, and for all the men and women making up our hardworking team dito sa MPBL, maraming salamat po. Ito po si Delph Tupa saying good night from Montalban, Rizal.